Good morning, it's Tony here at Smart Toyota. Today's vehicle, a brand new 2021 Toyota Sienna LE edition. All new for 2021 with a new body design, interior design, and an all new power plant. Let's dive in and find out what's new on the 2021 Sienna LE edition. Okay, up front on the new LE, the front end has been completely redesigned, and it is a bigger, bolder look on the Sienna with a higher hood line than the predecessor, the 2020. Now, as we take a look up front, you'll notice this huge Toyota badging, and one thing you'll discover is it's blue and silver, which means that's the hybrid. So for 2021, Toyota Sienna is available only as a hybrid, two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. Headlight setup, we've got LED headlights, LED daytime driving lights, which are really nice bright white light. This is the LE edition, so really the entry level, but styling hasn't ended with that. Here's the chrome trim wrapping all the way around the corner with those headlights, so really nice bright headlight. We've got a flat black slatted grille with that high impact plastic, and then painted lower fascia with kind of a mesh grille here down on the bottom. And so this is midnight black metallic, a really great color in a black metallic. Now there's a ton of safety built into the Sienna. So we've got lane tracing, lane departure, pre-collision, rear cross traffic alert. There's a sensor box right up there in the windshield, and that keeps track of everything that's going on in front of the vehicle to keep you safe while you're out on the road. So here on the side, I want to point out the overall length on this Sienna. So it's quite long, and you can see the wheelbase is also nice and long, and that gives you the opportunity not only for a smooth ride, but those doors on the side, they open quite large. And on the LE edition, you do get the keyless remote, which opens both sliding doors. It does not include the rear door. And then the LE does not have the kick feature on the doors either. You need to upgrade to get that. This is your standard model LE, but notice how large that door is when it opens and how low the liftover is, or the step up. So it makes it nice and easy for seniors and children to get in and out. The wheel package on the LE, this is a 17-inch cast aluminum wheel. It's painted gray, and those are a 235/65 all-season radial tire. So good riding tire, but also good traction in the snow. Of course, we have anti-lock brakes, disc brakes up front, traction control. The Sienna is available in a two-wheel front-wheel drive and an all-wheel drive, and this is going to be the two-wheel drive. So front-wheel drive with traction control, ABS, stability control. Outside mirrors are painted color to match. The LE does not have the turn signal indicators in the mirror like we'll see on an XLE. The mirrors are folding mirrors, so if you got a tight garage, you can slide it in there. They also break away, so if somebody clips it with a shopping cart. Heated outside mirrors and blind spot monitoring in those mirrors as well, and of course they're power operated. Door handles are colored to match. The rocker panels are quite low, and they're colored to match, gives it a lower profile, a sportier look. We have a multi-link rear suspension, of course disc brakes in the back, anti-lock brakes in the back. Gas doors here on the passenger side. Notice the rear windows are tinted, including the back window, and chrome trim up and over the windowsill itself. LE does not come with the power sunroof. Notice we do have a shark fin antenna. On the LE, it's a matte black finish, and that wraps into the tailgate with matte black finish as well. Notice our taillights wrap around the side for added visibility. Okay, taking a look at the rear of the Sienna, I mentioned the shark fin antenna, and then you have a third rear spoiler, or a high-mounted rear spoiler up here. That is colored to match, so midnight black. We do have rear washer wiper, rear window defrost, tinted windows, and then we have an LED third brake light, and it's inside the glass versus outside, so a little more protected. Easier to keep clean when you wash your rear window. You get that third brake light cleared off. Hybrid badging, blacked out Sienna badging, chrome LE and hybrid badging here. Notice those rear tail lights, very low profile or very slim profile, but they are LED tail lights, LED backup lights. We do have a backup camera right up underneath there. The rear tailgate is not power operated on the LE. That is an option. The lower bumper is matte black finish, and these are reflectors here. Take a quick look up underneath, see if we can see that multi-link suspension. Notice the undercarriage here is coated with a sound deadening material. Keep it quiet inside, keep the road noise down. Okay, one of the big advantages of a minivan is cargo room, storage for all the stuff the kids need, strollers and such. And the Sienna does not disappoint in that area. So before we get started with the seats, I wanted to show you how much room there is down in the lower cavity here. So you're going to be able to take your strollers, pop them up, drop them in there really quickly, or any of the sports equipment, duffel bags, what have you. There's some storage over on this side as well, and there's a strap right here. This allows you to put the extra seat, so you can see there's an extra seat in the center there. It allows you to store that back there if you don't need it. There's cargo net hooks up here as well, and then on the backs of the seats here, there's hooks so you can put your plastic grocery bags will hook up on there as well. Now you'll see those seats do fold down. There's a 60-40% fold down. We do have folding headrest. There's 3 seat belts, so this is three kiddos, and also anchors for car seats. So if you need to put 3 car seats in here, you can do that. Take a look at the functionality of the rear seats and how they fold down. So pretty easy. Toyota says it takes about 8 pounds of pressure to get the seat folded down. So the first thing you're going to do is grab this handle right here, and you're just going to pull back on it. And I'll use one finger here so you can see. Notice the headrest automatically drops down, and then as I pull this back, and I really can just walk it back, then it'll just drop into place like so. Same thing on that side. Notice the headrest is down, and then there's this little flap here that allows you to bridge the gap between the seat and the floor there to give you a smooth surface or a semi-flat surface. Now those front seats, they fold, or they slide and fold quite a ways. In fact, they'll go all the way up to the front of the back seats. So lots of room to be able to put long items, snow skis, what have you, construction projects. LED or USB ports over on this side, including a USB-C, and then there's cup holders. We also have rear seat vents back here, and there's also a dome light or an overhead dome light in the back seat. So both of those seats can come down. I'm just going to fold down the one for now, and then to put them back up, just grab this handle, drop it forward like that, and then take this handle right here, this strap, bring it back into place, let go, and it locks. Then you can just put the flap down, pop your headrest up. Notice the rear seats do recline, so if somebody wants to take a nap in the back seat, it's going to be a nice vehicle for road trips. Okay, on the driver's side, the driver's seat is full power with a power recliner, no lumbar support. Here's a quick look at the fabric on these. So these are a cloth, kind of a durable fabric, adjustable headrest, height adjustable seat belts, side impact airbags that are actually mounted in the seat for added safety. Little odds and ends tray right here. This one's rubber coated, so if you throw your coins there, they won't make a bunch of noise. The ones in the doors down here, they're not rubber coated. I wish they were, because I hate things that rattle around. Traction control on and off. Automatic high beams on and off. Dimmer switch for your dash lights. Odometer reset. Gas door. Power door switch on and off. Hood release down here. Tilting and telescoping steering wheel controls there. Let's go ahead and jump in the driver's seat. So behind the wheel, the steering wheel is vinyl. It's not leather wrapped. It is padded and pretty comfortable to grab onto. On this side, controls for your Bluetooth, your smartphone, and the information center, which is up in the gauge cluster. We'll take a look at that in just a second. Over on this side, dynamic radar cruise control on and off, lane departure on and off, cruise control itself, and then controls for your sound system right there. Over on the left side, we've got our front washer wiper controls as well as rear washer wiper, and both front and rear have intermittent adjustments. Over on this side, your headlight controls with automatic headlights, and again, those are LED headlights up front, so a nice bright white headlight and a LED high beam as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the gauge cluster. So the LE edition does come with the smart keyless entry system, so that's going to include push button start, which is right down here. So foot on the brake, turn off those lights, and away we go. So you can see we have a black gauge cluster with white on black highlights. The hybrid charging system's on this side. Temperature, engine temperatures here. Here's your information center, and then over on that side there is where we have the speedometer, and the gas gauge. And then you see your information center does have a digital speedometer, clock, outside temperature, distance to empty, and then you can also toggle through some settings by using the controls right here on the steering wheel. So if you want to maybe head through and take a look at your pre-collision or your safety sense settings, you can do that. So you've got blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, road sign detection, lane tracing assist. So all the great safety sense features in Safety Sense 2.5 come standard in the LE edition. Take a look at our center stack. So largely Toyota's gone with a tablet style center stack up top, so it kind of stands more vertical. I would say it's quite a bit more visible. You've got a hybrid management system, so you can see what's going on with your hybrid system at any time. And then over on our menu, we've got our audio phone. There's a small app suite, climate control. All of those things can be set up right here. Now we do have Android Auto, Alexa, and Apple CarPlay are all compatible. So you can see it's a nice, large, easy to read screen. Down here is our automatic temperature control. So we can set up front driver, front passenger, or we can sync that up if we want to. Front window defrost. When you tap the rear window defrost, that's where you're going to get the heated outside mirrors. There's a storage shelf that runs all the way across the dashboard here. But there's no wireless charging, so you can just throw stuff up in there. This cup holder right here does have a slot right here where you can drop your cell phone, and it'll be in there vertically. USB charging port here. Here's our transmission. This is going to be a CVT automatic transmission. When we slide this into reverse, we do get our backup camera right there, but there's no path projection, meaning it doesn't tell you which way your steering wheel is, but you will get buzzers and beeps if you get too close to something behind you. Parking brake, parking hold, our EV modes, and our drive modes are right here. Drive modes are great because you can toggle through these, and up in the gauge cluster, you'll notice right now it's red, which means I'm in the sport mode, and it reads sport. But if I go there, that's normal, and I go here, that's eco. So that's going to get you your best fuel economy out of the Sienna, which gets 36 miles per gallon out of a huge vehicle like that. That's really strong. An additional cup holder here. There's your keyless remote. There's also another place here you can drop your smartphone, and then there's more cup holders. So between the 4 up here and the ones down in the doors, you should have plenty of places to put your stuff and your drinks. Center console, that's Toyota's calling it the bridge, if you will. 2 padded armrests kind of separated by the storage compartment, which is right here. And then within the storage compartment, which is quite deep, all the way down to my elbow, there's 2 USB charging ports, including USB-C. And you can see they are backlit, so you can see them at night quite easily. Take a look over at our passenger side. Later in the video, I'll cover it more in detail, but I show you we've got a locking glove box. It's quite deep, and of course, your owner's manuals. Up on the ceiling here, we've got passenger assist grips, lighted vanity mirrors, sliding visors back and forth. Up here we've got reading lights. Here's our power door switches. On-off switches for all the interior lights. So if the kiddos leave the lights on in the back, you can clip them all off. There's the kid watcher mirror. And then we have a standard day-night mirror which flips up and down. No garage door openers on the LE within there. Go ahead and turn this down a little bit. Automatic temperature control is awesome. So on the doors up front, a couple features that are kind of nice. Bottle holders down here in the doors, and then there's storage cubbies right here to be able to throw your odds and ends, and that's on both front doors. Of course, power windows, power door locks on the Sienna as well. And then there's a speaker down here in the door as well. Again, a nice low step up into the Sienna. And this is the cloth seats, so with that gray pattern. The passenger seat on the LE is not power. It does have a recliner, also side airbag. And then on the hybrid, you'll see these vents, and those are ventilating the hybrid battery, which is underneath the front seats. So a little bit different setup for that. There's a nice package shelf right here on the dash. It's kind of a faux wood or a brown wood, kind of fake wood. Airbags in the dash, vents, silver trim across here. These vents turn on and off. And one of the new features is this center console, what they're calling the bridge. So similar to what they had in the Toyota Prius with cup holders and armrest up above. But I did want to show you down below. There's a lot of storage down here, so you can throw your handbags, diaper bags, what have you. And there's a couple slots here to be able to put things so they don't slide around. And then way over here on the driver's side is a 12-volt charging port. So that's a nice place to be able to dump your stuff when you jump in with the kids. Throw your handbag or what have you, laptop, and you're off and running. Okay, diving into the back seat. As I mentioned, you do have power doors on the LE, either the remote or you can tug on it. There's a switch up front, but it does not have the kick feature on the standard LE. So you can see, first of all, I've got that seat slid forward. I want to show you the back seats on here with that rear seat folded down. See if we can get some light back there. There we go. So you've got plenty of room for 3 small kids or 2 adults in the back seat. And you can see these are a cloth gray seat with a nice pattern in there as well. There's cup holders over on this side, just as we saw over on the passenger side there. But notice this track does slide quite a ways forward and backwards, and it's pretty easy to do. The seats do have folding armrest on both sides, and if we just push this down, you can see this down here is where we're going to go ahead and slide that seat backwards, and you kind of want to have 2 hands to do it, so I'll do it best I can. So that's with the seat just about all the way back. These seats do recline. Here's your folding armrest I mentioned, adjustable headrest. The airbags are built into the seats themselves, so the airbags actually travel with the seats for added safety, of course. This one does have the 3-passenger bench, so I've got this part folded down right here, and you can pop that up just like so. Okay, so you'd probably want to put a small child there, or you could put your car safety seat there. Now that seat is removable, and there's a place back in the trunk where you can store it. So if you don't need it full time, you can hide it out, if you will. Up on the headliner here, there's your controls for your rear heat and air conditioning. So even the LE comes with that. There's passenger assist grips, vents, and reading lights or map lights in the back. Pockets on the backs of both front seats. And then your center console does have cup holders down here, a place for books and magazines, place up here to plug in your electronic devices, including a USB-C, place to hang your headphones and such. And you can see there's those tracks, those long tracks on both sides. The other thing that's really nice is they've come up with this elongated passenger assist handle, so it's down low for the little kids to grab a hold of, and also the adults. And it actually has a rubber coating on it, so it's kind of a non-slip grip, and that in conjunction with the low lift over height is going to make it really easy for the little ones to get in and out. Okay, taking a look at the engine on the LE. So all Siennas share the same engine and the same power plant. This is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder 16-valve gasoline engine, and as a hybrid it's connected to a CVT automatic transmission. On this side is where your electric motors are for up front. So you've got electric motors and the gas engine, and they work together and combined produce 245 horsepower, which for some folks that may not seem like enough in a vehicle of this size, but I can tell you with the hybrid synergy system, it generates a lot of torque, so it gets up to speed no problem. Now the engine and the transmission, they have a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty. The hybrid system is an 8-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And then the battery for the hybrid system is 10 years, 150,000 miles. Of course, every Toyota does come with Toyota Care, so that's going to cover your oil changes, your fluid top-offs, anything that Toyota recommends for the first 2 years or 25,000 miles, which includes your tire rotations. Those are all covered. And that will save you several $100s over the first 2 years, where all your maintenance is covered. The vehicle itself has a 3-year, 36,000-mile, what's known as a limited warranty. So a really nice warranty package. There's a couple other minor ones, but those are your big ones, and that's a great warranty on a great vehicle. Okay, that's the 2021 Toyota Sienna LE front-wheel drive edition. Midnight Black is the color on this one. LE's the best seller in the Sienna lineup, and for 2021, it's a great new vehicle. 36 miles per gallon. That's really great out of a vehicle this size. Hey, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. If you want more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe and turn on the notifications. This is Tony at Smart Toyota. Thanks for watching.